You're listening to the KATcast, a weekly podcast from the staff you love to listen to each weekday on 94.3 Cat Country. Killian Hart and Jordan J. Now, here they are, talking about life, love, and everything mid-Missouri.
And welcome to another edition of the KATcast. Today, we're talking about social media.
Something we love and hate at the same time.
Yes.
Social media. Let me tell you, it's funny. I think of all of us, I use it the least.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Which is weird, right? Because, but I don't know, man.
Why do you think that is?
I honestly don't know. I just don't use it very often. Like, I will sit there and scroll, but I never post things. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
That's true. It's rare to see like an actual, like, say, Facebook post
Right.
from Jordan.
Yeah. I will use it. I'm on there. I keep up with stuff. I'll comment on things, but I rarely really post things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't use it very often.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. Facebook I used to love, and then, it just got way too political and people complaining about everything all the time. Mm-hmm. And that's not what I'm there for. I want to see pictures of people's pets and their kids growing up and doing amazing things, or it's getting to where it's negative, very negative. So I'm more of an Instagram kind of girl, which is weird because it's owned by the same company. You think they'd be similar, but to me Instagram is it's a much happier place. It's like people's vacations and their pets and their kids and all of that. It's just a little bit happier place.
Facebook is certainly destination one for a lot of complainers.
Sure.
Because even somebody can put the happiest, most positive thing on Facebook. The sun is out today and we're all happy. Well, some people aren't happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But I'm not today.
You're like, okay.
Yeah. So
that's Facebook for you.
One good thing about Facebook is there's the whole snooze feature. So if somebody's really having a time, you can just snooze them for 30 days.
I'm currently snoozing about 4 or 5 different people, and no, I'm not telling you who you are.
Or you can just unfollow them. Still be their friend, I like you as a person. Yeah. I just don't want to see all your complaints.
Leak the list.
No.
Leak the list.
And I get it. Not everybody, I get that social media, for a lot of people, they think it's fake because all you show is your greatest hits. I have meltdowns and breakdowns just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's interested in that. I know I'm not interested in that.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't get on there to see stuff like that, right? It's like that's not what I use Facebook for. Right. That's why I rarely I don't document my whole life. You'll see you see a post from me, be like, all right, I can't, like I said, I can't even tell you the last time. It's 2022, so it's like
9 times out of 10, if Jordan's on social media, it's because his wife tagged him in a vacation.
It's something, that's pretty much it. Yeah, she'll post way more than even I do.
Right.
Yeah, so if you go on, you'll see my kids. It's like they're babies, and all of a sudden they're 6. It's like a huge space machine.
Man,
I have tons of photos, but I don't know. I just don't have it out there publicly for everyone. There's some things that I'm like, here you go, but I don't need to document my whole life.
I am very limited in terms of social media. I have Facebook. I love Facebook. I use it all the time. Just about every day I will post something.
Oh, definitely.
Either it's something about work, something funny. I talk a lot about my Eagles, my grandkids, whatever. I'll do that kind of thing. But that's about the only one I use. I don't use Instagram.
Yeah.
I have an Instagram account, believe it or not. I have no idea how I got that, by the way. I have no idea.
You obviously signed up for it at some point, and it's funny because I'm the one who told Kevin, hey, dude, you got an Instagram account. Did you know that?
I had an Instagram until I got hacked, and then I never got another one.
And that's another thing.
I wouldn't even know how to sign in. I really wouldn't.
Well, and that's another thing. You finally get an account, and all that good stuff. And then somebody has to hack it.
Right.
And us being tied to all of our social media, all the, the Cat Country stuff. Then they have access to that. And I'm like, no.
Last year, somebody hacked my Instagram. And then, of course, they start going through all the people that follow me and is like, oh, can you send me money?
Yeah.
And it's like, I would never do that.
No.
If I needed money, I go to the bank. I don't need to ask my friends.
The latest Facebook thing that just gets under my craw. you'll see a bunch of comments. People comment about something, and then it's like, I really like the look of your posts and the way you sound as a person. And I wouldn't assume to friend request you, but maybe I go.
We get a ton of those on the Cat Country page because let's face it, we've got 25,000 plus followers.
Report the comment, delete it, blah,
so that's
blah,
just
blah.
It. Between the three of us, we can't police it all the time.
So
we do
if
the
you
best.
ever see
as soon
that
as
stuff,
we lop one head off, two more spring up, it seems like.
It's like whack-a-mole.
It really
it's
is.
true.
It really is.
It's a digital version of whack-a-mole.
As soon as you, block one and, delete and all this other stuff, well, then somebody else pops up doing the exact same thing.
Right.
And,
it's the Hydra.
Yeah.
The Hydra. it is.
Yeah. And
where's Hercules?
It's not something that I'm policing 24/7 to catch everybody all the time.
If you see one, you do something about it. But, it has to grab your attention.
So you think Instagram's your most used, Aaron?
For me, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, hands down.
I say my most used, it's a toss-up between YouTube. I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm on YouTube all the time.
So's the husband.
I use YouTube almost more than I use my streaming services. Right. I watch so many, so YouTube and then Reddit for me.
See, if you consider Reddit social media,
I believe it is, and I think it is. I feel like Reddit is.
That goes, I love Reddit. Reddit and YouTube are fantastic.
Reddit is amazing.
Yeah.
There's some very weird people on Reddit, but there's also
that's what makes it.
but it's so entertaining. There's you know what Reddit is, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with it.
It's got all these subreddits that you can follow, and it's insane.
So the husband, he doesn't really do social media. He's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, he's not on any of that stuff. But yeah, the man loves his YouTube. In fact, anytime we post something, whether it's the podcast or cinema scenes or whatever,
this
he'll
is
be
on YouTube right now.
He'll be like, oh, hey, I saw this, I saw that. And it's that's kind of nice because as much as we work, we're kind of like ships in the night right now. Mm-hmm. So he'll be like, oh, hey, I got to see, this, or I got to see that. And that was neat. And he's also a big Reddit fan, but, he was like, I will never do Facebook. And I go, why? He goes, people are too whiny on there.
Yeah, it's true.
It's very true.
The thing with Reddit, there's something on there called karma, and you can't post something unless you have enough karma. Mm-hmm. And I've been on Reddit for years. I guess I haven't posted enough. I've responded to things, but I've tried to post things, and they're like, you don't have enough karma. What do I have to do to get karma? They go, well, you have to post some more things and so
people have to upvote you. That's how it works. So you make a comment on something or something like that, and people upvote you, and you get these awards and things. And like you said, it's called karma. Yeah. Well, the more karma you have, the more you can actually post. So that's kind of how they limit people from posting and
Yeah.
So if you do post or something and it's a super negative thing, right? Ooh, if it gets way downvoted, then you just can't post on there.
So so that's kind of like Instagram, and Facebook and stuff, where it's we used to post content and we would get lots of interaction. Mm-hmm. And now somehow the algorithms changed over the last year and a half or so. And now it's we get maybe a tenth of what we used to get.
Right.
And it's that's frustrating because, when you're making videos, you're making content, you're getting it out there, and then it goes nowhere. And it's you don't have that secret formula to what is the algorithm looking for.
I saw there was someone that posted something about that. It was it wasn't an influencer. I think it might have been, I don't know. It was some video I was watching where the dude's don't follow, don't subscribe to me. He was actually, matter of fact, when you do that, you have a less likely chance to see my videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird. I guess this guy's video, they started getting really, really popular when it would just randomly show up in people's scroll, they're scrolling and all of a sudden it would just pop up. Well, he come to find out that when people started subscribing to him, that wasn't happening as often anymore.
Oh, wow.
For some weird reason. So he actually was
in the algorithm.
Yeah, so he actually and Craig was don't follow me because you might not see my videos pop up anymore.
Okay, well, let me just say this right now.
But
please
follow us.
Please subscribe, okay?
It's not happening to us.
We're not at that level yet where we have to be, just like us and subscribe and everything, all right?
But it was something to, how algorithms change and are weird. No one really knows how they work, right?
Right.
There's another social media network. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, called Quora. Quora. And it's similar to Reddit. A lot of times what you'll have on there is people asking...
It's questions, right? And
right,
people answer
right. And they actually let me on there. They don't care about my karma.
Yeah.
So they welcome me with open arms. Here comes that weird Kevin. Yeah, what's he going to ask today? So it would be what if somebody from the past came to our time and, that kind of hypothetical situation. I love that stuff. And, and people will actually...
Is that kind of like the digital version of Choose Your Own Adventure?
It can be.
Do you remember Ask Jeeves?
Oh, yeah.
Is that still a thing, by the way?
I wonder if it is.
I have no idea.
Ask Jeeves.
Remember, like, it was like that was like the competitor to Google. It was like, Ask Jeeves.
Can somebody comment? Is it Ask Jeeves still around?
It might still be a thing. I don't know.
Because Jeeves is like the butler. Remember?
Right.
That was like his whole thing.
Right.
And like he'll bring you what you're looking for, the answer you're looking for.
Me and my sister always called each other, like, our butler names to each other was Chives. We're like, come here, Chives. Bring me a bottle of water.
I meant Jeeves. Sorry.
That'll work. Okay, so then, you have to wonder, are the only people who are getting boosted and having their posts looked at are the ones who are paying for it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because we get asked all the time, hey, boost your post for $30. Boost your post for this. It's like, I got small market radio money. I don't have extra money to be boosting posts.
I will tell you that boosting does work if you're spending enough. I've got a family member who has a business, and he does boost his posts, his Facebook posts for his business, and he targets a couple of specific metropolitan areas that he wants the business from.
Okay.
And he says it's working. He gets
bites
posts from them. Now, whether it turns into a job, it's a whole other thing based on, the conversational. But I'm just saying he gets a response from that. So boosting does work. But again, you got to spend some bucks on it.
But when you have a free entity like Facebook's supposed to be free, Instagram's supposed to be free, why are we paying?
Well, and you know what? And did you to add on to that, did you see that they're kind of testing the waters of like paying for social media, like having a subscription service to use social media?
And if they
I'd be gone.
That's
it.
Out of here. They were doing something like that.
Zuck.
I think Elon Musk with X was doing something similar. Like it was very like,
you had to pay if you wanted that blue check mark.
You had to do that too, but this was something different. This was like to actually use, like it was some sort of like you pay $1. It was cheap. It was like $1.99.
Right now it's cheap. Right?
But exactly. But here's the thing, like $1.99, but from millions of users is an insane amount of money.
That's at least $1 million.
I know. And the problem with that is it's like, okay, it's just Twitter doing it. It's like, for now. But as soon as like people start doing that and they see how much money they're making doing that, every other social media would try to start doing that. And you think people are actually going to pay to use like a free platform?
No, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm a cheapskate. But speaking of X, I'm glad you brought that up because, the former Twitter, I used to be on Twitter and then I got out of it. And then once Elon Musk bought it, I jumped back on. Yeah. Because I'll tell you, what he did was he got rid of so many bots.
He did.
Twitter was full of bots and hateful stuff. And suddenly it's a much more level playing field now. So you'll get the haters and but guess what? You'll get just as many people from the other side too.
There's a lot less bot accounts. What was it? It was millions of accounts that they went through and like banned or got rid of.
And Twitter or X now is that was pretty much exclusively where my like political comments would be. I saved all that for Twitter. That's where that was, And
I have a secret Twitter account.
And I have a secret Twitter account. That's right. Yeah,
you do.
You won't find it under
Incognito.
You won't find it under Kevin Hill. It's a whole different name.
It's funny because do you know how many different people have asked me about that? Like I'm the keeper of your Twitter.
Tell me it. I spilled the secrets, Aaron.
I don't know.
They tried to waterboard me for this.
I honestly do not know. That is one thing that he has never revealed to me.
Nor will I. And nothing against you, my friend. I don't. You have what's it called? Plausible deniability.
Oh,
see, you can't.
Goodness. But another thing is the ads. I don't want to talk to my husband about window cleaner, and then all of a sudden I got 15 ads for window cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
And
which leads you to believe they're listening to you anyway.
They are. They are.
You're
listening to this right now.
Here's the thing, though. Like, the problem is people don't read those terms of service. They just click the check, I acknowledge, and go on to the next thing.
Scroll down to the bottom.
Read it a little bit, and you'll see that that's what they do. It's in the text of we're going to do this.
I'm glad somebody's listening to me. I'm just saying.
Just a little reading goes a long way.
My wife would be like, Twitter's the only thing listening to me.
But it's like for 6 months, all I'll have will be ads for window cleaner. Here it comes. And it's obnoxious. That's not what I want.
My daughter used to, I don't know if she still does, but she used to use Snapchat. And remember, I don't know if, and again, I haven't kept up on it, so I don't know if it's still this way, but like, she would send something to my wife, and my wife would go, "Oh, what? We got a Snapchat from Michelle," and I would go. She goes, "Quick, look at it! Look at! oh, it's gone. Like if you didn't.
That's how it used to be.
So I used
and
to
you can't do a screenshot.
Right. So I used to have Snapchat, and actually the husband had Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then he stopped using it, and I'm like, okay, I don't need it. So I got rid of my account and everything. Not even 3 weeks later, okay, so my buddies have Snapchat, so they've talked me into going, would you? And I'm like, no.
Come on back to the neighborhood, Aaron.
I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, I used to a long time ago. Like when it first was like, it was like really, really popular.
Yeah.
You know, and I had it like in college and stuff like that. And then I don't know, like, my friends didn't really use it anymore, you know?
Right.
I'm like,
Snapchat had a very, I don't know, I mean, I guess it is still
It's
out
still
there.
very popular. It's still very popular.
But it's had kind of a short shelf life for like in terms of popularity, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Too.
So I'm the oldest of one group of friends that I have, and we have gotten onto Lock It, which is kind of like Snapchat for old people. We call it.
Okay.
Yeah. And we just have our little group chat on there. Like we're not friending a bunch of other people. We're just, that way we can send each other quick
the girls
snaps
club,
about about our day, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I know a lot of people are like freaked out that like TikTok is going to get banned and all that, all that thing going on or whatever. But like, and I was thinking about that. A lot of people use TikTok, like one of the most popular apps around right now. But then I think I'm like, but Vine was basically TikTok before TikTok.
I remember Vine.
Remember Vine? And then Vine shut down, and then TikTok came about. Yeah. So even if something's going to come along that's just like it. Just like it. You know what I mean? So,
well, interesting thing with TikTok. Okay. If it gets banned, and the concern is that it's owned by ByteDance, which is the Chinese government. Mm-hmm. And I'm just telling you, in China, there is, business and government here is like this. China, it's like this. Mm-hmm. So there is the concern that what ByteDance knows, the Chinese government knows. So that's the concern there. But somebody was saying, if somebody from here buys ByteDance, buys TikTok, then it'll be okay. And ByteDance says, no, we're not selling. So we'll just let you ban it at that point then. Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Well, let us know what you think. What apps do you use? What do you like? What you don't like? Mm-hmm. Or if there's ever a subject that you want us to kind of tackle in the future, let us know. catcountry@mailzimmer.com.
There you go.
Tell us your most used apps.
That's right.
Yeah. That's another KATcast. Thanks for tuning in.
You've been listening to the KATcast, your weekly dose of fun from the staff you know and love on 94.3 Cat Country. Click subscribe and never miss an episode. Share it on social media and tell your friends with 94.3 Cat Country.